Hello everyone, myself Shilpa from St. Georgia Girls School. Welcome to this video, Metal and Non-Metal, Part 1. There are many materials present on the earth and we use most of them in our daily life. As for example, air, water, stones, rocks are almost everything that is around us and useful to us. These are the elements. Different elements have different properties. On the basis of their properties, elements are classified as metals, non-metals and metalloids. About 118 elements are known today, out of which 90 are metals, 22 non-metals and few metalloids are present. Almost all metals are found in the earth crust, but few are found in combined state as well as few are found in free state. Free state means they are in the pure form. They do not combine with other elements. For example, gold, silver, platinum, they are found in free state. On the other hand, for example, potassium, sodium, calcium, they are found in combined state. Combined state means either they can react with oxygen, carbon or water, anything. Elements or compounds which occur naturally in the earth crust are called minerals. They contain metals in combined state. For example, calcite. There is calcium carbonate. It is a mineral of calcium carbonate that contains calcium, and as hematite that contains iron. The mineral from which we can extract metals profitably, that minerals are known as ores. All ores are minerals, but not all minerals are ores. Non-metals are some of the most abundant elements present in the universe. For example, non-metals are hydrogen, carbon, sulfur, oxygen, etc. Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. Some non-metals also occur in combined state in nature. For example, hydrogen, oxygen, they occur in combined state in the form of water. In this image, few examples of metals are given. These are the few examples of non-metals like carbon, sulfur, silicon, etc. Our third type of elements is metalloids. Metalloids are the elements which have some properties of metal as well as non-metals. For example, boron, silicon, tellurium, germanium, arsenic, antimony. The most abundant metalloid present on the earth is silicon. Silicon cannot be found in free state, so it is found as silica, which means it combines with oxygen. It is the second most abundant element in the earth crust after oxygen. Here are the few examples of metalloids. Chemical properties are those properties where the composition of the matter changes, while physical properties are those properties where the composition doesn't change. These are the few criteria of physical properties. Now we will discuss few physical properties here. First is physical state. Metals are normally solid at room temperature. Mercury is an exception, which is liquid at room temperature. Gallium also exists in liquid state. Most of non-metals generally exist as solid, like sulfur, phosphorus, and gases like oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine at room temperature, except bromine, which is a liquid at room temperature. Next is luster. Luster means shiny appearance. The word luster means shine. Metals are having shiny appearance. They show metallic luster and they can be polished. Due to their shiny appearance, some metals are used in jewelry purpose or decoration purpose. For example, gold, silver, While non-metals have a dull surface, that is, dull appearance, they cannot be polished to make the surface like metals, except graphite, diamond, and iodine. These are the few examples of non-metals that have luster. Next property is malleability. The property by which metals can be beaten into sheets is called malleability. Means a metal can be drawn into a thin sheet. Gold is the most malleable metal. Almost every metal shows malleability. For example, aluminum foil we use to pack the food, while non-metals are brittle and break into pieces when hammered into a sheet, so they do not show malleability. Next property is ductility. The property of drawing a metal into thin wires is called ductility. Most metals are ductile. For example, wires are made up of copper, aluminum, iron. Gold and silver are among the most ductile metals. It is estimated that 1 gram of gold can be drawn about 2 kilometer length wire. Because of ductile nature, copper is used in electrical wires, while non-metals cannot be drawn into wires as they are not ductile. Next property is conductivity. It is of two types, thermal and electrical conductivity. Thermal conductivity means ability to transfer the heat, and electrical conductivity means ability to transfer the electricity. All metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Silver is the best conductor of heat and electricity, while lead is the poorest. The utensils we use in kitchen are made up of zinc, copper, aluminum because these metals are good conductor of heat. All metals are good conductor of electricity also because they contain free or mobile electrons. Free electrons are present there, which carries the electricity. These free electrons conduct electric current. Silver and copper are among the best conductor of electricity, followed by gold, aluminum, and tungsten. Iron and mercury offer great resistance to the flow of current, while non-metals are bad conductor of heat. This is the reason why the metallic pans are provided with a wooden or plastic handles, as wood and plastic both are non-metals. They are the poor conductor of heat. Similarly, non-metals are generally bad conductors of heat and electricity. The only exception is graphite, which is a good conductor of electricity. Next property is density. Metals are having high density, except sodium and potassium, which is having low density. Because of low density, sodium, potassium, magnesium, and aluminum are called light metals, while non-metals are generally light in weight and have low density. Next property is tensile. Tensile strength means the ability to hold the pressure or load. Metals are having high tensile strength, while non-metals are having low tensile strength. Can be easily broken. Metals are having electropositive character, that means they are having tendency to lose the electron easily, while non-metals are having electronegativity character, means they have the tendency to accept electron and become negatively charged ion. Few more properties were there. Metals are having high melting and boiling point, while non-metals are having low melting and boiling point. Metals are generally hard, except sodium or potassium, which are soft and can be easily cut with a knife, while non-metals are not as strong as metals. However, diamond, a non-metal, which is a non-metal, is the hardest natural substance. Non-metals are soft. Next property is the ability to produce a sound, a typical sound, when it is beaten with something, that is sonoricity. Metals are sonorous in nature. Metals are generally produce a characteristic sound when it is struck with a hammer. while non-metals do not produce any sound when it is struck with an object. As per the electronic configuration, metals are having 1, 2, 3 electrons in their outermost shell, while non-metals atom has 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Few physical properties of metals are given below. For example, metals are solid in state except mercury, which is liquid in state. The physical properties of non-metals are given below. Here, the difference between metals and non-metals are given. Metals are having high melting and boiling point except sodium potassium, which is having low melting and boiling point, gallium and cesium also, while non-metals are having low melting and boiling point.